Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today I'm taking you around this Ford Focus TDCi Zetec 115 horsepower. So 1.6 litre diesel Focus, 2002 model, as you can see by the 62 plate. It comes in, obviously this one's white, comes with good spec on it, including things like air conditioning, remote central locking. The Zetec model is essentially one of the most popular ones in the Focus range. Gives you the standard car, but with a few extra little tweaks to it, like the alloy wheels, the aircon, and a few body coloured enhancements on the car. This particular one's done 131,000 miles. One of the key advantages with this model of Focus, with this engine, is it only costs £20 a year to tax this car, which I think is really rather good. It also does about 60 miles per gallon, so it's a very cheap, very economical car to maintain and to run. But also, I think, quite a good looking car. Focuses always have been good looking, and they enjoy a fantastic reputation for reliability. So, taking you around this particular one, considering the mileage it's done, it's in very, very good condition. I actually know the previous owner of this car, so I bought it privately off him. Car's had a recent clutch, which is one of the things I would always look for on these, to make sure that the dual mass flywheel is not making any noise. Obviously this has got a new clutch in it and a new flywheel, and it is very quiet, very smooth, and performs exactly as it should. Other things you want to look for on these are just to make sure the injectors and the turbos are all in good condition. This one's been checked over properly. And it's been very well maintained, as you can imagine, because the previous owner of the car was a mechanic. I think it looks good in white, this car. Obviously everything's in the eye of the beholder, but I think it looks quite fresh, quite modern. It doesn't look like a car that's approaching its 10th birthday. And when you think about that, the 130,000 miles over 10 years is really around average, especially for a diesel. I mean, diesel cars really should be doing over 10,000 miles a year to keep them in their sort of at their peak. And this one has been. It's been used, but it's been looked after. That's what I would look for in a diesel. I don't always find that low mileage diesels are the best ones. Just look for one that's been maintained properly, and that's really going to cover you well normally, and this one has. So, alloy wheels, relatively good condition, but if we look close, a tiny bit of curbing on a couple of them. And I've noticed a little dink by there, which I can probably, a bit of paintless dent removal could get out, and there's a very small crease in this door. So I'm going to get our PDR guy to look at that. I'm not going to paint the car though, so I'm sure you'll probably get that out without any issues. There's the other wheel on this left side, pretty good condition. It's obviously had a little mark, it's been touched in by there, but again, 10-year-old car, I'm not going to really be crucifying it for that. This wheel's in pretty good condition, a little bit of light curbing as you would expect, and I think the back one here is pretty much, yeah, it's pretty good, that one is. Show you the back of the car first. The all-important boot. I mean, these are designed to be a family vehicle. It's got a reasonably good sized boot. I've got this load liner in the boot. It's very clean and tidy, in fairness. It's been looked after, this car has. Haven't got a parcel shelf for it though. But again, that's something we can easily get hold of off of eBay, so you know, that is something we can always arrange for the new owner. We'll try and get one before it's sold. Having a look into the back of the car. They're a family vehicle, and they're designed to take a family of 5. There's plenty of room in here. If you've got 3 adults in the back, they will fit. It might be a little bit of a tight squeeze if they're larger adults, but overall, plenty of room for 4 adults in comfort, or a family of 5. Leg room's good, knee room's excellent, and you've got a good bit of headroom in these as well. They are quite a high sort of roofline on them, and that makes them very accommodating. You will notice that this being the Zetec model, you have got manual windows at the rear of the car and electrics at the front. So moving on to the front, there we have it. Nice modern car. Doesn't feel like a 10-year-old car when I'm in here. As you can see, the seats are in very good condition. Tiny bit of wear though on that bolster by there. But again, a 10-year-old car, it's to be expected. Overall though, a very well equipped car and a very tidy, clean dashboard on it. They still look modern, and that's half the battle for me really, is that if you're looking at a car in this price range, you know, you can go, some cars have aged better than others, and I think this model of Focus has aged very, very well. Just got to pop in behind the wheel quickly. So, I will be switching this on for you in just a second. You can see hopefully that it's done 131,000 miles. And we've got this nice dashboard display here. They tried to make it like a mobile phone design, although it is a mobile phone design from 2012, so it's not as modern as your iPhone. But it's got a nice clear design, this has. It's got things like the phone, Bluetooth on it. You've got a decent CD stereo system and an aux input for your radio. Front and rear heated screens on this car, something that you don't get on many, but Ford sort of hold the patent for that, so it's something that's very useful. And we've also got a 6-speed manual gearbox. I've got a voltmeter by there, along with a twin USB adapter, which has been fitted into what would have originally been the cigarette lighter, I'm guessing. And I've got a couple of cup holders for a bit of extra storage. Nice big door bins on it, decent sized glove box, everything you could possibly want, typical of a Ford Focus. And if we look here on the steering wheel, we have got a few controls for answering phone calls, hanging up, and some stereo controls up to the top. So it's well laid out, it's typically Ford. They're very good at doing this. Let's just turn it on quickly. Let's just turn the stereo off. And we'll do the startup procedure for you. Please notice the slight fuel warning there. I've only got 9 miles left apparently, so it will come with a little bit more fuel than that, but it's just come from our cleaner at the minute, and that's what was left in it when it came back. Now I'm going to put the aircon up a little bit because I am absolutely roasting, but we have got air conditioning in this car, so that's very handy. Apart from that, taking you through the controls, the main thing you need to know is everything's where you expect it to be. It's a Ford Focus, so there's nothing too weird and wonderful in here. These are nice and easy to use. I prefer having turny dials than having the touch screens that you get in some of the modern cars, so I actually prefer this to drive in many ways than the new versions. Give it a quick rev for you though, so you can hear the engine. Very smooth. It sounds exactly as it should. I'm just going to dip the clutch, and you won't be able to hear any difference because there is no difference. That's something though that I would crucially look at if you're buying a Ford Focus or pretty much any diesel of this age. They do have dual mass flywheels on them. It does cost over £1,000 to change the dual mass flywheel and the clutch at most garages, so it's something you need to be aware of if you're buying a car. The one that you think's a bargain might not necessarily be a bargain if you've got to go and spend £1,000 changing the clutch and flywheel on it. So always check that there's no difference in noise and that there's no rattling coming from that clutch when you depress it or push it or sort of release. So I can't really emphasize how important that is. Also, when you rev it, check for black smoke in the mirrors. There is none. We know that this car's all right. I know the car very well from the previous owner. But again, these are things you should be checking if you're buying a Focus. If you're buying one from us, we'll have already checked those things for you. I'm just going to knock it off a second so I can take you back outside. Enjoy some of this splendid Welsh weather. And obviously we are in South Wales, but we're happy to arrange delivery anywhere in the UK for you. So if the Focus is of interest, please give us a call. We also take part exchange, so let us know what you've got and we will work a deal out to suit you. My number is 07932 873 646. And of course, please give us a like, share, subscribe to our channel for more car buying advice and more offers like this. That number one more time is 07932 873 646. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I hope it's this sunny wherever you are. Goodbye.